Lila's struggle with insomnia was all too real. She was a hard-working individual, juggling a demanding job and a bustling household. Despite her best efforts to relax, the persistent stress of everyday living seemed to follow her even into the quiet of her bedroom. The once peaceful haven for slumber had become a source of frustration and exhaustion. Every night, Lila would lie in bed for hours, staring at the ceiling, desperate for a moment of restful reprieve. She had tried every sleep remedy she could find, counting sheep, drinking warm milk, even reading, but nothing seemed to work. She was starting to feel hopeless and defeated, like she was stuck in a never-ending cycle of wakefulness. One day, as she was lying in bed staring at the ceiling, she remembered a conversation she had with her grandmother. Her grandmother had told her that when she was young, she used to create stories in her head to help her fall asleep. The stories would transport her to a world filled with magic and wonder, and before she knew it, she would be fast asleep. Despite her initial doubts, Lila was willing to give it a try. With eyes closed, Lila let her imagination take her to a world far away, where she was the queen of a magical kingdom and the protagonist in a grand love story. The first person she encountered in this imaginary world was a handsome prince. His smile was warm and his eyes sparkled with a hint of mischief, and Lila felt as though she had known him her whole life. The prince approached her with a gentle touch and a loving gaze, and Lila felt a deep sense of comfort and ease wash over her. This encounter marked the beginning of her journey into the world of make-believe. As she continued to craft this tale in her mind, she was enveloped by the vividness of the experience. The prince was a mysterious figure, someone who had captured her heart but also stirred up feelings of doubt and mistrust. Lila's imagination ran wild as she imagined their first encounter, the feeling of his strong arms wrapping around her and pulling her close, the sound of his deep laughter as he whispered sweet nothings in her ear, and the way his eyes twinkled with mischief as he gazed into hers. The thrill of the unknown mixed with the heat of their bodies pressed against each other made Lila's heart race with excitement. Despite her reservations, she couldn't resist the allure of this forbidden love and was powerless to resist the magnetic pull between them. As Lila repeated the process of imagining a love story with the prince, she began to delve deeper into the emotions and feelings within the story. On the second night, she imagined a romantic conversation between herself and the prince, where they spoke of their hopes, dreams, and desires. She felt a rush of excitement as the prince held her close, his hand gently caressing her cheek. With each passing moment, Lila felt a strong connection forming between them, a connection that she had never experienced before. The prince's touch was electric, sending shivers down her spine as she leaned into his embrace. She felt the roughness of his chin against her forehead and the steady beat of his heart against her chest. She never knew that such intense feelings could exist, and she was taken aback by the depth of her own emotions. As the night went on, Lila and the prince continued to talk and explore each other's thoughts and desires. The conversation was filled with laughter and joy, but also moments of introspection and deeper understanding. Lila felt as though she had finally found someone who truly understood her, and she was overjoyed by the realization. Before she knew it, Lila was fast asleep, the love story with the prince playing out in her dreams. The next morning, she woke up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated, her body and mind at peace. She had finally found a solution to her insomnia, and she couldn't be more grateful. Lila continued this routine every night, and she started to feel the benefits. She was more energized during the day, her mood was lifted, and she was overall much happier. One day, as she was sitting in a coffee shop, she overheard a woman talking about her struggles with insomnia. The woman was saying that she had tried everything, but nothing seemed to work. Lila couldn't help but share her own story and how she had been able to overcome her insomnia by creating a fictional love story in her head. The woman was skeptical at first, but after a week of trying it out, she came back to Lila, amazed at the results. The woman told her friends and family about the technique, and soon, Lila found herself with a line of people waiting to talk to her about her experience. Lila was stunned. She had never thought that her simple technique would help so many people. She started to share her story online, and the response was overwhelming. People from all over the world were reaching out to her, thanking her for helping them overcome their insomnia. Leela had found her calling. She started to write a book about her experience and how to overcome insomnia through the magic of a fictional love story. The book was a hit, and Leela soon became a household name. Years went by and Leela continued to share her story and help people all over the world. She never forgot the simple act of creating a story in her head that had changed her life forever. The magic of a fictional love story had given her the gift of sleep, and she was determined to help others find the same peace and comfort that she had found. Lila's story is a testament to the power of the mind and the wonders that can be achieved when we let our imagination run wild. By creating a fictional love story, Leela was able to overcome her insomnia and help others do the same. It just goes to show that sometimes, all it takes is a little bit of magic to make a big difference.